Welcome to TradeTheMBI.com. This is Jonas Report is for the 17th. Well, postponed tax day. Market's not suffering too bad. Friday was a little bit of back and forth and just sort of finished flat. Obviously, we're still MBI magenta over yellow, so positive, as well as DOC green over cyan, though pretty paired right there. And we can see that we're starting to get a little level off of the the shakeout gold here, which usually is an indication of how strong our trend starts to be within this range and starting to soften. Now that's interesting because the expectation would be to get to the 100%, but again, it can still be with lots of fits and spurts as that takes place. Much stronger from an NQ standpoint as we're very close to reaching that potential, but it's already had the rollover of the gold on the shakeout, and shorts increased quite a bit, and that lifted the move quite a bit as the buyers forced short covering, and that really caused it to pop up a little bit more. Treasury yields rising. This is that battle back and forth. Some thought peak rates were in, others are saying, well, maybe not so much. And the Fed's not indicated that they're going to change course in any way, shape, or form. Um, it's going to be a continued battle, and I think that we're just going to see this back and forth with it quite a bit. Oil, obviously, with the production cut staying elevated, and you throw in a little bit of a conflict in any one of the oil producing areas, in that, and things could escalate quite ugly fast. So definitely something to be watchful of, particularly since that's quite an elevated price for no particularly good reason. Uh, from a gold standpoint, it's going to continue to bounce back and forth, but the climb is not going to abate because you're not going to see any reduction in spending or anything like that that's going to limit the amount of money printing. And that is why the euro has built up, even though it's a disaster there. And it just becomes the same narrative, and nothing seems to be even in the works to change any of it. So it's just a slow plug to uh, nothingness. And I think that the market's going to continue to have fits and spurts. Right now, there's so much negativity built into the equation. It's when people start becoming optimistic is when it'll get interesting, because um, that's when things will flip around and we'll start to see some more dramatic moves, uh, both to the down and upside. From a Bitcoin standpoint, likewise to gold. I think it's just going to do the same thing back and forth. Um, it's been interesting because now ETH is starting to outperform Bitcoin from that previous one. That may be a utilization issue. And there's my lovely TS doing what it does. Well, yeah. So there you have it. That's the long and the short of it for now. As always, trade well. We'll talk again later.